Hello again, this is Animation 3 playing Zero Build Solo Match. I've got my USA flag skin outfit on today because I'm gonna be talking again about my life on the farm. Today I wanted to talk about the chores aspect of living on a farm because usually that's the first thing people think about when they hear that you lived on a farm. Oh, you know, that must have been a lot of work, a lot of um, you must have been busy all the time, never bored, that kind of thing. So we will talk about that. We'll talk about that today. Um, it's very true. I mean, you're constantly doing something. Um, I didn't have any real responsibilities till well, I can't say that's true either because my aunts and uncles, when they started having children, I was always the babysitter, you know. But I didn't start getting paid for it until I was 11. And then I would babysit for my aunt and uncle's two boys because my aunt and uncle were singers also, so they were not home late at night sometimes with their groups. So I would babysit and they would pay me 75 cents an hour. That's what I got back then. I was 11 years old when I started babysitting officially. Um, and then I didn't really start doing other hard work until I was about 12, 13. And one of my jobs was to throw in wood for our wood furnace that we had. Their grandfather on the farm, they had coal as their method of heating for a long time, and I remember watching my grandfather shovel coal into their furnace when I was very young. They eventually switched over to wood burning. And so with my dad chopping all the trees around the farm everywhere, we always had plenty of wood, and he would, when it started getting cold, then he would start bringing a bucket load of wood to the house and dump it right in front of the window that we had to throw our wood into the basement. So whenever we came home from school, my sister and we saw a pile of wood laying there, we knew we had to do that or we'd get in trouble. My sister didn't like doing it at all, though. A lot of times she didn't really help me, so I would do it myself a lot of times. But even though I didn't like the cold, even from a young age, I was outdoors all the time because I just didn't like it in the house. So I learned to enjoy my chores, and I had a couple conversations with my grandmother and so forth about doing work and how to enjoy it, how to enjoy doing chores. And yes, it's possible. It's possible that you can actually enjoy doing your chores, especially after you've done it long enough and you get better at it and more efficient at it. It's not as a big a deal anymore. You get used to it. So, I used to fill pails of milk containers to the milk house, or unloading wagons of feed to the beef cattle and all of that. I was always with them, so I got used to doing chores after a while. So the chores I didn't like, still did them too, and now today, of course, I like organization. I like it clean. I like my environment clean, or I can't focus and concentrate. So me that I can't live without now. But anyways, we used to throw in the wood and stack it neatly in the basement. I used to do lawn care with the lawnmower and with the weed whacker or the weed eater, and edge everything, do everything around the edges and small areas that the lawnmower couldn't reach. I cleaned out the sheep stalls in the barn. That was one of my jobs as well, and made sure my dog kennels were always clean. We picked corn, and we would bag it in paper bags that we got from the grocery store. When we'd buy groceries, my mom always kept all the bags, which I have the habit of doing that too to this day, and reusing them. And then we would sell it. My dad would park a pickup truck at the end of our driveway with the tailgate open, and we would have bags of sweet corn in the truck, and we would have a little sign out at the end of the driveway, and people would stop and buy our full grocery bags full of sweet corn that we had picked. So that was another job I had, and just sweeping out the garage or sweeping out the barn, or a lot of little tasks like that, to keep everything nice and neat, because my dad liked it neat too. He had to have everything perfect. So in order to please my dad, I did the best job that I could always. So and then we had chores in the house too, of course. We had to do dishes. We had to do them manually for quite a while until we got our first dishwasher. I helped my grandmother in her gardens. I helped feed the cows. I helped feed the sheep. I helped milk the cows when I got older. And then I did field work. Helped pick stones. I would normally drive the backhoe for that, and the big bucket side of the backhoe Everybody that walked the field to pick the stones would put them in that bucket as I drove slowly forward, you know. I had to run errands for my dad because he needed a lot of parts all the time for doing the mechanical maintenance of the tractors and trucks and that. And I would help him sort 5-gallon pails that were full of nuts and bolts and nails that I don't know why they would just throw it in this pail until it was so full, but that's what they did back then. So I would help him sort all that and then put it away in his little special drawers that he had for each size that he needed in like a big tool chest. Let's see. Oh, and when we built some like short, they weren't real tall, storage bins that were bolted together. I helped with that as well, bolting all the pieces together. Ooh, I might die here because I better get up higher if I can before that car comes and gets me too. Had to collect eggs from the chicken coops. Had to feed the chickens. Also the geese and the ducks. Had to keep their water clean and feed them as well. Had to let the sheep out when I got older, and we had the sheep and pen them back up when they were finished eating. What else? I had to work on my 4-H projects and do my homework from school. So yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot all the time, constantly busy. Never a dull moment, really. I also had to do wash. I had to do laundry. And help my mom with groceries, either the shopping and carrying in the groceries or just the carrying in sometimes. Carry in the groceries and put them away. It seriously was never ending. So when you talk about a farm and you have all those chores to do on top of your regular daily chores, really, you know, it does add up, and you are busy all the time, you know. So it was good though, a good experience for me. It made me who I am today. So I don't have any regrets in that regard, because it was a discipline thing for me, you know. And there was a lot of kind of going by a schedule too, which I don't like doing. But I still don't to this day, and I think I don't really schedule anything for myself. I like to just know what tasks I need to get done for the day, and I get them done early in the day so I can play afterwards, because that was my upbringing. So instead of going by a strict schedule, I just do the tasks I know need to be done right away, so it doesn't stress me out. So, oh shoot, the storm is just overtaking me. No. I can't run always. I have to wait for the sprint to fill up again before I can run, so I hope I make it. If I can find a launch pad, that would help right now, or a car. But we'll keep going. Help. We're almost out. I don't want to go up though, because I know I'll get caught up in all that them buildings up there. Whee! Okay, we made it. You should probably stay up here. I'm kind of hidden up here. It's a good spot to be in, actually. Now let me stay around here once and see if I can just hide for a while. That's good. What else do we do? I don't really know if I can think of anything else at the moment. That sounds like enough already though, doesn't it? Like everything I mentioned. It really was. So, oh yeah, and every year we would go to a nearby neighbor's to pick out some pumpkins, because my mom loves to decorate for every season, so oh no, help me out of the storm again. I'm almost dead. I should have used my spray. But anyways, yeah, so that's about all I can think about as far as the chores and all the work of living on a farm. So if you have any questions, or feel free to leave me comments, and I will try to answer to the best of my abilities. Alright? Thanks for tuning in again. Have a great day. Bye bye.